Don't miss out on free tuning orbs from William Heron in Everfall. William Heron is an NPC on the second floor of the Everfall Tavern, who has a quest chain which will not only give you great XP, Everfall standing and gold along your leveling journey, but will also give you free tuning orbs for the Amrine and Starstone expeditions. The prerequisite quests as well as the quest line William will give you start as low as level 9, but do go up to level 25 and above to match the levels required for Amrine and Starstone expeditions. William's quest chain complements the main story really well and has quests for all levels along the way. If you find any of the NPCs or William are not giving you the quests mentioned in this video, you might not yet meet the level requirements. Keep leveling your character with the main story quests until you see the quest icon available over the character's head. As you begin your adventures in Everfall, William has not yet decided if he wants to help out in defending against the corruption, and before William will even let you ask him for the first quest, you will need to complete other quests in Everfall first. For NPCs such as Balian Clark, Tekla Petrowski, Odnell Lee, and the barkeep Cecilia Polly.
I already know what Magistrate Clark hopes for. My help in defending against the corruption. I just have to decide whether that interests me.
Balian Clark will have several quests for you, but the last quest you only need to worry about and complete from him is called Researcher's Request. He might offer you a follow-up quest, but you don't need to worry about that, as Researcher's Request is the last one you need to unlock the quest line for William, alongside of course the other quests from the other NPCs. For Tekla you need to do a few quests as well, but again the last quest you only need to worry about to complete to enable William is called Something to Prove. With Odnell you only have a few quests, with the last relevant quests to complete being called An Anonymous Gift. Barkeep Cecilia Polly only has one quest for you to complete, which is called With a Little Luck. Now be aware that not all quests have the same minimal level requirements and they might not all become available at the same time. You might need to complete one quest for one NPC before the other NPC lets you continue their quest chain. Either way, keep leveling up using your main story quest in between if you need to, completing quests for Tekla, Odnell, Balian and Cecilia as they become available until you complete the quests for each NPC that I named earlier. Once you completed the quests for the NPCs I mentioned, William will give you the option to take the first quest from him, called Ancient Contemplations. The quest brings you to Monarch's Bluff near the Arcana Gate fast travel point, where you have to dispatch of a few guardians. The next 4 quests you get from William will ask you to visit each one of the ancient lookouts located in Everfall. They are the towers that form that big circle on the Everfall map. Each quest will ask you to loot a chest at each tower, which are guarded by level 20 guardians. The first quest, called Stars as Our Guide, requires you to loot the chests at the towers Lupus, Norma and Leo. The follow-up quest to this is called Under the Same Stars, has you loot the chests at Hercules, Canis and Ursa. The third quest, named Led by Stars, requires you to loot the chests at the towers Monaceros, Lacerta and Corina, with the final quest named Constellation Convergence requiring the loot from the towers Draco, Orion and Perseus. Following the completion of those quests, William will give you the quest called Center of the Stars, asking you to go to the Shattered Obelisk, which is also the location of the Starstone expedition. For this quest you need to defeat 15 ancient guardians before making your way to the top floor of the obelisk to retrieve the Armillary Sphere. This quest is a level 25 quest. While you might be able to pick it up before 25, note that the enemies in this area will be between level 22 and 24, and in some cases you will need to be able to fight more than one of them. Return to the tavern in Everfall and give William the sphere to complete the quest. William will now tell you of a former colleague, Foreman Simon Gray, and give you the quest called Foreman's Ledger, which requires you to run the Amrine expedition to defeat Foreman Nakashima and Foreman Simon Gray to retrieve Simon's Ledger. At this point, if you open your inventory, you will see that William put an Amrine tuning orb in your inventory. To complete the quest, find a group and run the Amrine expedition, and if you're lucky, someone else is using their tuning orb, leaving you with a spare one. Before you go into the Amrine expedition, you might also want to talk to the dog that sits right at the entrance. The first time you talk to the dog, the quest you get will give you a pet as a reward that you can put into your house. This quest is repeatable, though anytime you do it after that will just give you a standard reward chest with a random item in it. Additionally, the dog will also unlock a secondary quest once you reach a certain level. I believe it's between 30 and 32, I don't exactly remember, which is the same type of quest to collect bones for him, but this time from the Shattered Expedition. So you can get 2 quests after that, which are repeatable to collect bones from the Amrine Expedition as well as the Shattered Expedition, which is a nice extra bit of experience as well as some nice rewards. Entering the Amrine expedition with your group, you will find Foreman Nakashima is a mid-expedition mini-boss encounter, while Simon will be the final boss of the expedition. You will receive the ledger upon Simon's demise. As a side note, if you have been following the main story quest as well, you will theoretically be able to have 2 Amrine tuning orbs in your inventory at this stage. One for the quest Destiny Unearthed, which is part of the main story, and the other tuning orb from this quest chain here with William. So if you're lucky and somebody else had tuning orbs the whole time you were grouping up, you might have 2 spare ones at this stage in your inventory. Now head back to the Everfall Tavern and hand William the ledger to receive the follow-up quest called Starstone of Shattering, which requires you to go now into the Starstone expedition. For this, William also will have placed a tuning orb in your inventory called the Starstone Tuning Orb, which will give you access to that expedition. Now, just to mention it again, in case you're not seeing a follow-up quest, you will need to meet a certain level requirement for some of those quests. For example, you might not get the Starstone of Shattering follow-up quest until you're level 33. I hope you found this video informative and useful. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.